Hello, everyone, and welcome to another One Place in Conversations. Today is a very special day because
It is.
today is, yeah, it is. It's
It
International Day
is.
of Disabled People
It is.
or persons with disabilities, depending on where you are.
Yes.
And yeah, we're going to be talking about that today.
Yeah.
But a bit about me: I'm Isaac Harvey from One Place East, and I'm a project facilitator, filmmaker, and an all-round great guy. And I'm also joined by Saifur. So, would you like to
Me.
introduce
Me.
yourself?
Hello. Saifur. Work at One Places. Also, creative project. Also facilitator, I think. But I also have a number of other hats as well. Um, um, I think I'm also a nice little guy. Nice guy.
Nice little guy.
Nice little guy. Yeah, I'm a nice little guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, today we're joined by a lot of special guests today, aren't we?
We
Yeah,
are. We are. We got some great guests today. Shall we bring them? Bring our guests on and
yeah. Let's bring them
say
on.
hello. Say hello to them all. So
Yeah.
let's say hello to
Okay.
Christopher,
Hello, Christopher. Kweku.
Kweku, Owais, and
Hello.
Hello.
Ros. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody.
How are we
Yes.
all?
I'm
I'm
abs-
fine.
I'm
Excellent.
absolutely excited to actually be doing one of these.
Excellent.
Perfect. Well, it's great to have you.
Great to have you all. Right.
So
So,
yeah, so this year's theme is around leadership and participation, and we're going to be asking every individual what they do when it comes to leadership and participation. Really, so we're going to have really interesting conversations. So we're going to go one by one, and we're going to start with our main man, Oace.
Hello, everybody.
Great to have you. How are you
Thank you so
doing?
much. Good, thank you. And you, everybody?
yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
good.
good. We're all
Yeah,
good.
great. Thank
We're all
you.
good.
So, Oace, we've heard that you've just joined the Training Stars project. Could you tell us what that is and how you're involved?
Yeah. So, I'm the project worker with. I was offered this role very recently by one places. What I've been doing is going into primary schools recently, talking to them about learning difficulty, hate crime, and about vision impairment.
And how has that been for you?
It's been a very good like session. I really enjoyed it. Just to kind of explain to people how it is and to let them know that even with a disability, you still can like have a normal life and do everything what you would like to do. So
Nice.
Great.
that's no barriers or anything like that. So even if they come across, so even they can do it as well.
Okay. These are all in local schools in Redbridge.
Yeah, local primary
Local
schools in
schools. Okay.
in in, in Redbridge.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah.
And do you think the kids interact well with it?
They had they were really like amazed with like with the presentations that we was kind of giving to them, the with the talks, and they took on the information like they took on the information on board like really well, and especially with the questions that they had to ask us was like amazing, and
Yeah.
hopefully that this will like really benefit them. So when if they come across a like a disability or barrier, they will know how to tackle it and handle it.
It's good when you're able to teach young people at young ages to understand about disability,
Yeah.
so they can
Yeah.
take it going forward. So yeah,
Definitely.
great. It's good you're involved in that.
Thank you.
So you're also part of other awareness training, with the London Borough of Redbridge. Could you talk about that?
Yeah. So also what I've been doing is been involved with the council and also been representing one place use. It's called it's a program with it's to do with fed up waters in Redbridge. So what that is like, kind of provide like training, uh, present, presentations on like their master plan. So
Hmm.
the way things can be better accessible for people with like disabilities, to be more kind of inclusive, and more accessible, and just like where it could be, where they could expand on it and make major improvements. Obviously it's going to take a bit of time, but the more people they have on board who have a disability, then the more beneficial it will be for them.
It's good because
Hmm.
I was part of that as well, and it's good that they're listening to our voices to make changes for Philip Waters. So yeah, I'm glad we're both part of that change,
Yeah.
which is good. Also, we've heard that you're part of the LD COVID research, talking about different ways you've been impacted by the pandemic. And I remember filming you. Would you care to tell everyone what that's about and how
Yeah.
you got involved?
So again, I was contacted by one place these, and asked like if I don't mind taking part in a research. So it was a very good session. So it is like when through COVID and everything, especially where wasn't able to get the right help from like doctors or pharmacy or like anything if I wanted it, because with a disability they just completely ignored that, which they shouldn't have.
Mm,
Obviously someone like that they should have had more care of, and known how to kind of deal with people. So it was done in such a bad bad way, sort of thing. They kind of really like they just forgot about people with like vision impairment.
mm,
So even like to call them up or anything, it was like because everybody wanted help at that time. So even trying to get through to them was such a a nightmare. So just had to do uh like I was like lucky I had like friends and family, but I
mm.
just had to do what I thought was right at the time, because obviously I couldn't really get any help, which was really
Yeah.
frustrating. Was
Yeah.
very frustrating.
Wow. 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 So yeah, you had your family to support you, but yeah, that's really
Yeah.
great for that. Interesting. That's really yeah. And how was that received?
Pardon?
How was that? Did you get good feedback? You know, did people get the support from that?
Not at that time, but now obviously things are like, once it had kind of calmed down a little bit, then it was a bit better. Like you can kind of get help from like GPs or like if you need like any medication, or if you needed anything, then it was a bit better.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's very good.
Perfect.
Anyway,
Uh,
oh, sorry, go on.
oh no, no, go.
No, I was just gonna quickly. What did you say? Yeah, I heard, about. I heard that you've got your own business or something like that.
Yes, so
Yeah, what's that
um,
about?
I have my own organization. It's called Vision Ability. It's a community interest company for non-profit. So what it does, it helps people with disabilities, vision impairment. It's my brother and myself. We are both the directors of the organization. Obviously, we get supported from with our support workers. So it's kind of new. It was like started running only a few months ago. So what we do, we help people to fill in like benefit application forms, like educate them, train them in IT, Zoom, with like screen readers, shortcut keys, to help them to trying to get back into employment, filling like access to work application form, and also um, I'll join up with a company which is called Artificial Intelligence. So they do scholarships and also offering employment through the Kickstarter scheme, which is really great.
Wow.
And also what we gonna be what we would like to do with how what going into the school. So to in like in London, um obviously with like together with organizations, for example, like with one places, um to go into as many schools as can to kind of do awareness training about uh, the disability, because that was really beneficial.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. And it sounds like a great initiative for people who would need the support. So thank you. But
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you always for giving us your time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep. So now we're going to be moving on to Kweku. Uh, Kweku does a lot, both inside and outside of one place,
So I
Steve.
hear.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna go by one, but please feel free to say anything else that you do. But as I always said earlier about the Training Stars project, could you tell us how you're involved in that?
The 20 Star Project, I got involved in 2015 because I was there was the I was with another supporter in Portsmouth in Wolford Forest, work-based supporter in Portsmouth, and that when they was sadly had to shut their doors for people with learning disabilities in Wolford Forest, and so I started to look for another supporter in Portsmouth. And lucky enough, I got in contact with One Press East, and they was starting as a supporter in Portsmouth scheme where you go into schools and you give the school kids disability awareness training and hate crime.
And how has it been for you being part of that?
It's very interesting. All the kids are very happy with the information, and it's very impressive. And it's the especially impressive the way also I kind of tell them about my work, what I do on the fairground for April up to November,
Hmm.
and they got very interested, and they were asking me a lot of questions about my job and how did I get it, and I said, well, I got it for when I work at work best supporting in Pumu, that my boss went to a meeting at the Guilds, and there were a lot of fairground people on the at the meeting, and they wanted to get people with the learning disability working for 4 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 1 day a week, and pay them the London living wage, and uh, uh, and and offer them as job. Like casual work, but you won't be working every week at the fairground. You just be working when work is available, so it doesn't affect your benefits.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So my boss my boss had a chat to me and a couple of other people because he knows I had good skills, and he thought, you should share your skills to other employers. Yeah, so he said, well, I've been to a meeting with a fairground and with fun fair people, and I did think it'd be good for you to get involved with the fun fair industry, because I think a lot of bosses at the fairground and will be very impressed with your skills.
It sounds quite exciting
Wow.
working on the fairground. What rides do you work on?
Yeah, I work on the Twister. and I help set up the twist. Sometimes I help set up the twister, and then I work on the twister on the day. Yeah. Sometimes we do we take it in turns to greet the customers and show them to the seats and take their money and give it to the right operator. And sometimes the right operator, he's kind of had two different people help him inside. So yeah, I sometimes work with the right operator, and I get to talk on the microphone sometimes. I get to pass a few bottles on the twister, yeah, and I get to talk on talk this he kind of show me different skills, yeah, but not too much. But so so I understand. So he's not too heavy and sort of thing. But he's there because he's kind of obviously what people does. Because on the Twitter they got a lot of workers like myself who got learning disabilities. Yeah, so we can't really operate the Twitter by ourselves, but we have to do it with someone there, like the right operator had to be there for for a few reasons. Got one for our safety to get the right man might go wrong, and so he's there to stop it straight away, and two. For the because of the DWP, so we don't. So if the DWP ask questions, the right operator is said to them that we all working for 4 hours, 1 day a week, sort of thing, at casual work. Yeah, when work is available, and the DWP are very happy with that. So then they don't do anything. So one good thing, yeah, you got a right operator always, yeah, always oversee what you get and kind of safeguards you so you don't get in difficulty and so you don't get into bother with with your benefits sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Very busy. Very.
Yes,
Sounds a
yes.
lot of work that does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Also a
yes,
lot of fun as
and
well.
yeah, and also we this year we went to in August we went to an LD festival
Okay.
in Wiki because they had like an LD festival for 2 days. So they got their LD festival in July, but it got cancelled because of and it got put back in August. So we went in August and with the vagrant equipment. So all you can see is a lot of fun for a lot of disability people with learning disability going on rides and having fun, and of course we did have some people with learning disability give a helping on the vagrant because in to show the equal opportunities. Yeah, so we're not. So that but there were a lot of things going there at that festival. They had like a big stage, a band, and a
Wow.
lot of different stalls happening. It is for 2 days.
Yeah.
So it is a massive big festival.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much for
Wow.
sharing that.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
That's good, huh?
Great. Well, we'll move on to our next guest. Thank you, Kweku. We'll move on now to Roz.
Hello, Roz.
Hello, Roz.
As I said yesterday, you've always got to save the best till last.
Well,
So,
Well, you're not, you're not the last
technically, you're
one.
not last. You're not last yet. But yes, how are
So,
you, Roz? You okay?
oh, I'm fine.
Great. So, you used to be a One Place East trustee and involved in One Place
I
East. Could you
did.
tell us more about it?
I used to be a One Place East trustee until I decided that I should let somebody else shine like I
yeah.
do. Because I was on the board of trustee just after we transferred over from Daffodils. I was a trustee, and I thought it was time that somebody else sparkled.
Yeah. What was it like? What was it like to be to be known as a trustee, to be a trustee of an organisation?
Well, for me, it was a very important thing because having to know about the money side of things and all that, which I'm
Yeah.
not very good at money.
Was you a
If
treasurer?
you stuck,
Was you a treasurer?
Yeah.
no,
No,
I was
yeah.
just a trustee.
You were just a
But
trustee. Okay.
You're
if you put money in front of me, I would think, oh, look, money, I can go
Yes.
spend it.
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Not very good with money, I'm not.
Oh, you know, no.
Nah,
Well, nor am I actually.
nah. Once I see it, I want to spend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right behind you.
So, being a trustee, did it make you feel like you were in charge? Were you the boss? Did it
No,
make you feel like that?
it made me feel important.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
It
Yeah,
did.
somebody. Yeah, because it is an important role to be a trustee because you're the
Yeah.
the top dog, right?
And you
Yeah,
also attended the LD partnership meetings?
I have been on the Learning Disability Partnership, the partnership for. If I tell you, I can't tell you how long I've been doing it. It's been so long, I
Right.
can't tell you how long I've been on the partnership board.
Yeah.
All I
And
can tell you is that I've overseen some pretty stiff people. I have.
right, okay.
So, what did you, from your 2 roles as a trustee and on the partnership board, what did you learn from that?
Well,
What did you take
I've
away?
learnt that I'm a person that people can come and talk to if they need to. But I always say that they have to go to their key worker or whatever before they come to me, because I don't trample on people's feet.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like you're a role model to other people, so that's good.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And being their voice.
Yeah.
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 But I will say that you're an accredited Zoom trainer.
No way.
Could
Really?
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
come
that
to you then.
happened.
I'll have to come to
exactly,
you.
That
yeah.
sorry, that happened during the second wave of the lockdown. That I was approached by the Vic Centre, which is based near City London Airport.
Okay.
They approached a group of us to devise some training for so that we could train people how to use Zoom, which I've done. And also, we've just finished another project called Digital Lifelines, which is where a group of people were given some electronic devices, and we interviewed them to see how they got on.
So hold on. So you gave them electronic devices, what to kind of try out to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a group of people
No.
given the electronic devices, and I have to say,
No.
Carol, I don't know how many people I trained. I lost count after the first 6.
Who's okay, so you tried. Okay. Well done.
And for those who don't know, what is the RIC Centre?
The Vic Centre it's a centre at the University of East London, which was opened up by somebody called Lord Brian Ricks,
Right.
Okay.
who used to do a lot of television programmes called Let's Go and all that sort of stuff. So,
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. We're glad you
How
could get
about-
involved in that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What was it? And what was it like to be? What was it like to be a teacher? Teaching.
For
You know.
me, I
Yeah.
found it rather rewarding because everything had to be on Zoom and Teams.
Yeah.
So I found it rather different from having to be in a classroom training people.
Mm.
Oh,
So you've done both.
Yes, because I used to train student nurses over at Harold Wood Hospital, but in person.
Right.
okay. What on Zoom?
Oh no, in person
No, no, but teaching them
over
on
at Harold.
Zoom. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Okay,
About no, what it's like to be a person with a learning
okay,
disability.
okay.
Right.
Wow. Well, I know where to go if I need any Zoom tips. Then, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, like you, Safer,
Yeah.
wear so many hats, I forget what I'm doing half the time.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Well done, well
I
done.
could attend a meeting and I'd have to say, now, could somebody explain to me what I'm doing here, please?
Yeah.
That's most of my meetings.
Yeah.
All
Welcome
right.
to the real world.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ross, for sharing that.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. So, last but not least, we're going to be going over to Christopher.
Hello,
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 Christopher.
Christopher. How are
How are
we?
you?
fine, continue.
Oh, yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Uh, so,
So yeah, you attend LD service user
Yeah,
meetings. Could you explain what that is
and
and your involvement?
that the service is about the disabled people actions. They go to survey. Hello,
yeah, carry
So,
on. I can hear you.
called for they survey. Maybe hospital or camp. Uh, book transport and or anything. They um, they did it very important for our our disabled people. They should know they LD survey. Um, and I and I like this meetings because I they the, people uh, I make they um, sorry um, they understand we understand meet understand these meetings uh, about meetings and give feedback make things okay.
hmm. And do you have different guest speakers at these meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what who's come to attend these meetings?
um 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 a a nurse and um 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 a nurse and I can a nurse and a nurse and a counselor in
Counselor, yeah.
April.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
People from health and mental counselors.
Oh, so counselors, okay. So you
Yeah.
get to speak to the big people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
the
Nice,
important
nice.
people. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Uh, yes. You're also involved in the Training Stars project.
Yeah. Um, the the um the tennis starts about the disabled people. The uh, sorry, tennis starts about um about about we going to schools
Mm,
and 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 make awareness for little young kids.
mm.
Okay. Okay.
And how's the experience been for you
And
being part of that?
very super and good.
You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's good.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's pretty cool. That one.
And how long you been doing that?
Um, couple of I think couple of years to
Publish.
do this.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nice. It's good you're still involved with it and
yeah,
been doing it for a couple of years.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, you're enjoying it, right? It means that you're enjoying it. So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's good to have your voice given to young people.
yeah. Thank
That's very
you.
important.
Yeah. Well done, well done. Okay. Yeah. um, I also hear that you work in a post office, or you've worked in a
Yeah,
post office.
my mom dad part of it.
Yeah. What's that like?
Yeah. Um, um, my mom, dad part of it. I work on that deal. Deal.
You
Till
work in a
okay.
field.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Eh,
Okay.
And how long
I,
have they had the post office for?
um, um, 1 minute.
No problem.
Good, good. 9, 10, maybe 10 years.
Oh
Maybe 10
wow.
years
Okay.
now. Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah,
Okay. That's
okay.
awesome.
Okay.
yeah.
And how long have you been working there?
Couple of years.
Couple
I
of years. Okay.
and I enjoy it
You
because
You
enjoy it.
enjoyed.
I I talk to the customers
Okay.
Right.
and
Okay.
also customers understand me very well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, having that interaction with people.
yeah,
You must have a lot of different characters come in because
yeah,
it's a post
I
office.
bet. Yeah. I bet. Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
Some
Okay.
nice
Cool.
ones, some rude ones. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must have a bit of everyone.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, that's great.
I've always, well, wondered what it was like to work behind a post office counter. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I've never done anything like that.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
Great. Well, thank you, Christopher, for that. Much.
and also
Okay.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
You're very welcome.
That's excellent. It's great to have so many people doing so much,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, everyone's all in leadership roles and participating in so many different workplaces. It's really great to hear and see.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Well, yeah. I mean, it just shows. I mean, um,
yeah,
the importance of the work that us disabled people do, right?
mm,
To um, to the community, for the community, and we're not just there sitting at home doing nothing. We get involved just like anybody else,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think we should be proud of that, right? And
yeah, we
celebrate
should all
that.
be proud.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so thank you ever so much, everyone, for sharing, especially on this very amazing day that we should be celebrating International Day of Disabled People. You're all
yes,
part of the community and you're all doing brilliant work. And just want to thank you all for sharing what you do with us.
yeah.
Um,
No, thank you.
yeah, so any last words from
And
anybody?
yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Oh, man, okay.
Yeah. Any last words from anybody? You'll have to unmute yourself. Though.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it in turns. Let's
Yeah.
take it in turns so that. Yeah. So go on, Kweku.
Yes, I got one thing to say. I also be doing the training awareness video a couple of weeks ago,
Oh yes.
where
Okay.
in the park, and when it was kind of like a awareness video to give to the staff at the Redbridge Council.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
so that went. So I got involved with that, and also I had been involved in February with John Ember's project as well. Where one person has got involved to do with digital, we had to make information accessible for
Right.
people with learning disabilities, and and I got involved with that. So I just thought I shared that information.
Kweku, I think we should ask you what don't you do, because you do quite a lot. And it's great that you're part of so many different things. So thank you for everything that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good,
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely.
So Owais, any last words?
I just wanted to say thank you, and anybody like with a disability shouldn't be doing like nothing. Everybody should still be doing whatever they want to do, like any dreams they have or any potential or anything like that. It shouldn't stop anybody kind of in isolation. So they should kind of overcome like the barriers and challenges.
Very true words.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mind over matter.
You know,
Great.
need applause for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Owais.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Ros, any last words?
I probably have to say that in this present climate that we're in, that being able to do things, whether it be in person or online, is a good excuse to wake up in the morning.
Mm, very true.
Very true. Very true.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And lastly,
And,
Christopher.
thank you very much for invite us for this podcast.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you
And
for
thank you for
coming.
being here.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
And thank you everyone for listening to all of these amazing people and sharing their experiences. It's been fantastic getting to spend time with all of you. And yeah, get please get involved in celebrating with us on the 3rd of December and onwards and into the future,
Yeah.
because every day we should be celebrating what we do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll be back doing it all again for another whole year.
Yep.
Right. Continue. So
Yep.
excellent. Thank you.
Right.
And
Thank you.
goodbye. Thank you.
Good. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.